Hi, I'm C.G. Rousing, and I'm going to read Chapter 3 from my novel Thoughts to Die For. And Chapter 3 is entitled, It Happens. We huddled beneath the covers, and that's the last thing I remember. I later learned that at precisely 1:11 a.m., Althea and I fell unconscious, and unbeknownst to me, a chain of strange occurrences ensued. Outside the bedroom window appeared a brilliant, spinning purple orb of light. Stretching itself into a laser-like beam, it etched the phrase, "Sifter's Crossing," letter by letter into the glass. Branches of nearby eucalyptus trees whipped the window. Something howled, and purple eyes peered eerily through the window. Breath fogged newly etched glass. Claws carved deep scratches through the etching. Water from the nearby creek savagely swirled itself into a funnel. Feet first, the funnel sucked me from my bed. And then, as if someone had unzipped the fabric of time and space, I was catapulted through an opening that appeared in mid-air above the garage. In an instant, I was gone. All around town, people in their nightclothes stood soaked and stone-like, their garments stained purple. When finally shock wore off, none could recall what had happened. The event would have remained an unsolved mystery if not for a neighbor's security camera. The phenomenon made a good cover story for the local Acres Times. Within 24 hours, the news spread across the country like flu. Television programs were interrupted to let the world know about the strange and unprecedented purple funnel that stunned the town of Acres, California. Until this stupefying occasion, the mining town, with a population of 1,111, had been an historically uneventful place. Dozens of hopeful gold-digging tourists passed through regularly, but nothing big enough to make the town map-worthy had happened until now. The world gossiped about the mysterious fluorescent tornado, unaware that I, Levi Levy, was inside it. I awoke to find myself traveling through a purple funnel at inconceivable speed, unable to move or breathe. My body vibrated to numbness. I hadn't considered the possibility of going to Cirrus alone, but alone I was, rocketing through time and space. I called out to Snur. I heard my voice echo as though I'd said his name 1,000 times, but he didn't respond. Images flashed around me. I saw my mother sitting in her black leather recliner, watching her favorite soap opera, Days of Other People's Lives. I saw my father lying on our brown faux fur couch, eating a candy bar, and my brother watching championship wrestling on television. The images were distorted. They kept changing size, melting, and transitioning into other images. It was entertaining and frightening. A flash of Althea sitting at our mahogany spinet, waiting for me to play for her, brought a tear to my eye. A fistful of emptiness punched me in the stomach as I watched their images fade into the abyss. I called again to Snur, without response. Deafening whistles roared in my ears. The pressure hurt. Soon the whistling turned into music, orchestral, then tribal, then a kind of music I'd never heard before. An accelerated version of my life, in a reverse, played like a motion picture around me. I saw my house, my school, the local grocery store, and years full of people, places, and things I had all but forgotten. The bluish ball I recognized as Earth disappeared into a trail of stars. Noises and images came with nauseating velocity. What sounded like a semi-truck crashing into another semi-truck made every muscle in my body tense. I felt as if all 206 bones in my body would shatter. Beams of light shot past me. I could do nothing but wait. And in that waiting I realized that the only thing I had any control over was my thoughts, which now raced uncontrollably. My sense of time was distorted. I couldn't tell if I'd been traveling for minutes or years. I remembered watching a science fiction movie about a boy who embarked upon a journey through space and ended up an old man when he reached his destination. I couldn't help wondering if I, too, would end up an old man if I ever reached Cirrus. In time, fear transformed into reluctant acceptance as I realized that nothing terrible had happened yet. I also realized that fear is an exhausting thing. A sound similar to the churning of helicopter propellers brought my journey to an abrupt end with an unanticipated jolt. I lay on the ground, unable to feel my body. It took several minutes for the numbness to turn to tingling torture. I wondered how long I'd been traveling. Had I aged? As I lay there scared but grateful for the ground beneath me, I heard the crunch of approaching footsteps and smelled something rotten. "Who's there?" I moaned, rubbing my eyes but seeing only flashes of blur in the distance. "Who's there? Snur? Is that you?" Stay tuned for Chapter 4.